Well, thank you for joining us on our power call here. We have some great people with us, and we're really, really looking forward to sharing some information with you. And as always, we want to put the caveats in that, Hippocrates said some 2,500 years ago, let food be thy medicine. Simply the most important food you can use is olive oil. And very fascinating on what we're finding here. We've got a couple of great people with us. I want to let them share some information with us real quickly. It only takes a spark to cause something to happen. Whether it's ignition in your car or a forest fire, it requires a spark. And, a few weeks ago, we had a spark from our friend Joe Shufar when he was using Flex on the pain on his hand, and he noticed some other amazing results from that. So, Joe, are you with us, my friend?
I am. That's the first time I've been called great in a long time.
That's right. Well, can you give us an update on what's going on?
Well, I'll tell you, my arm doesn't look like a cadaver anymore. There were some other spots on there that have actually gone away, and once in a while I'll bump it and it'll change a little bit, but then it goes away. I've been using the Flex also on, I had the problem with my legs, the
varicose veins?
What are they called? Yeah, no, not the veins, but the nerves and stuff like that.
Syndrome. Restless leg syndrome, right?
And it mostly after I've been on the Prima now for, I would say probably almost 3 months now, right? Be 3 months. Anyway, I was at 95% to where I wasn't feeling anything. I was still getting some little twinges. And then I started also using the Flex on the tops and the bottoms of my feet, and now I have no problem with anything on my legs or even on my arms with the Flex. Everything's been great.
Well, thank you for the update, Joe. Really appreciate you. And yes, my friend, you are great, and you've made a difference in a lot of people's lives that you'll never meet because of what you shared with people here on these calls and what you did with Oliabo. Thank you, Joe.
Well, thank you very much. And I just wanted to say, I'm just hoping that the Flex, I decided I'm going to start putting it around my face a little bit, and maybe it'll make me good looking again,
There you go, my friend. There's always hope for us. Appreciate you, Joe. Okay. I'm going to go to the Hill Country in Texas and our friend David here for a moment. David, are you with us?
You bet.
Well, David has more doctors than most of us have friends, and he went to those doctors to get permission to take the Prima from Oliabo, and David's been on it. What you've been taking Prima now for about 2.5 months, and you've noticed something just unique in the past few days, right?
You bet. One of the sets of doctors that I'm having to deal with are cardiologists. I had some stents put in, and there's a medication, isosorbide, that I'm required to take for the first 2 years after I got the stents put in, and its number one side effect is a migraine. And so I've been dealing with migraine headaches for the bulk of the day for darn near a year. And just a couple of days ago, while I was talking to Keith, I actually realized that I wasn't having the headache. It just wasn't there. And I thought I'd missed taking the medication. But no, I hadn't. I went back and checked my my dispensers, and all of them had it, so I knew I'd taken it that morning. Well, I took it yesterday morning, and I still didn't have the headache, and I took it this morning, and I'm still not having the headache. So the medically induced migraine that I've been dealing with has just gradually faded away during the time that I've been taking the Prima, and now I'm actually realizing that life is wonderful when you don't have a migraine.
Yeah, well, thank you, David. Really appreciate you joining us here for a couple moments before we get started. And now we're going to go, headaches are also when you don't make any money. And, and when you have to jump through a bunch of hoops and pay for replicated websites and and buy a bunch of product to do all those things. And our friend Mashawn here, Mashawn, are you pretty excited about how this Oliabo opportunity is playing out?
I've done multiple different network marketing companies, and you've always had to pay for it. I mean, when you don't have to have PV, if you guys understand that, like that's purchasing something from yourself, and somebody buys from you and you get paid. I mean, there's nothing in this industry that will do that.
So that low point of entry, there's no barriers. You don't have to pay for the website. How unique is that?
It's totally like phenomenal, because every company that I've ever joined has to pay for a website. You have to build your own PV. You have to do something to get paid. When somebody, I mean, they're giving us an opportunity to like sign up for free, and then if somebody buys from your website, it's free. There's nothing out there like this. I think a lot of us on this call, we've all done different things, and I mean, I can just say amen. I mean, they're not there for the money. They're about us making money.
So onward and upward, Oliabo, right?
Yep. I honestly, I would do Oliabo every day.
All right. Thank you, Mashawn. Thank you for joining us here. All right. So we've also got our good friend Herron Lawless with us. Herron, it's great that we're here. I really appreciate you and what you've done. And one of the things that you did was real important to me was that you introduced me to Ray Herron. And Herron, it's just exciting times to be here, right?
Yeah, never been more excited ever. And this is why when I first saw the opportunity, I pushed all my chips in. I said, I'm all in. I said, this is it for me. I found my home. Yep.
Well, once again, I want to express my appreciation for reaching out to me, and not only that, but introducing us to our guest today, Ray Herron. Ray Herron. I mean, it's awesome what kind of team we have here, right, Herron?
Yeah, it is. Ray is an amazing leader, and I'm very excited that he was open to having me to work with him, and yeah, Ray's fantastic leader.
All right, thank you. So as you probably guessed, our guest is Ray Herron. He is a great leader, been in this industry for 40 years, or 35 years or 40 or whatever it is. It doesn't matter when you're from Oklahoma. All of us good old Oklahoma boys hang together. Even though I was born in California, my family came from Oklahoma. And that means we're all the good folks. So, Ray, it's a pleasure to have you with him, my friend.
Well, thank you very much, Keith, and you and Herman both. Thank you for the good words, guys. I so enjoy working with both of you. You're such incredible leaders, and I would say this to everybody listening to my voice today, these two guys have been winning at the highest levels in this industry that we're in for not a few years, but for decades, and when they discover something as unique as what we have here at Oliabo, it behooves us all to pay real close attention. I appreciate working with you guys a lot. You're just the best. And Joe, David, Mershon, I hope I'm saying your name right. I'll tell you what, thank you. Testimonies, they mean everything. It's important to me to have a product line that speaks louder than we do, because let's face it, none of us kind of want to be sold. Everybody's trying to sell us something, and if we can just encourage people to try our products, the products, they speak for themselves, and you get the kind of results that Joe and David and Mershon shared with us today, and that's how you win in this industry. And I know, Keith, you had a call yesterday, and there was 3 testimonies there, and boy, there's a real clue here. I used those. I sent them out to a lot of people. Hope that you didn't mind that, Keith. And, people were so thrilled to get them, so thrilled to listen to them. It's only 9 minutes. Boy, that's leveraging your time. And I know as a result of yesterday and today, I'll utilize this too. If my good friend Keith recorded this, and I'm sure he did, he's so good at what he does, I'll leverage that and I'll send it out to people. It works every time.
Well, Ray, I appreciate the kind words. That was lightning in the bottle yesterday, and I think we got some lightning here too. that we're going to capture. You know, Ray, the idea of these calls is the concept you're never any better than the people you're in business with. And so that's what we're talking about here. And the important is this is a team effort. It's not a me effort. It's not a they effort. It's a team effort. And you've been at this a long time. You know, we go back to the red dirt of Western Oklahoma when you first started, and so we could go back to turn the clock back to that. I mean, you and I were always kidding about it. I said you had glass windows. My family had isinglass, and most people on the call don't even know what isinglass is. But we have a lot of beautiful thoughts. It's not where you came from; it's where you want to go, and setting the direction, right?
Hey, absolutely. I've often said, Keith, you know, look, if I can succeed in this industry, I'm living proof that everybody else can as well. You know, I was born a long time ago in a, you know, dusty little southwest Oklahoma town, born in a house with a dirt floor. There were 6 of us kids, my mom and my dad. They seemed like they fought 24 hours a day. And, you know, I know why. There wasn't enough money to take care of us all. I mean, life was tough. They were poor people. And I definitely was a poor person, but I kind of got sick of life back in those days, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, just because you're broke and poor doesn't mean you can't fall in love. Well, I did, and Cheryl and I have been married now for 43-plus years, going on 44, and we had 3 children, 1 on the way at the time, and I went to a network marketing meeting in Dallas.
Well, wait
Texas.
a minute, my friend. I want to back up a little bit. We skipped over a whole lot. We're not in a rush here, Ray. We want to get back and get to know this Ray Herron. So you and Cheryl have been married for how many years now? 40 years?
Going on 44 years.
44 years, and you know, you made a comment. I know that you got a PhD, do you, my friend?
Yeah, I quit school and left home in the 10th grade. That's probably what you're referring to, because I was sick and tired of being broke and living that life, listening to my mom and dad fight, and I moved on and, you know, tried my hand at lots of things.
So it's kind of the education that you get out of school is the one that really matters, right?
Obviously didn't matter much in my life, to be honest with you.
Well, that's what I mean. It's the education after you left school. So it doesn't matter if somebody's got a PhD and they don't have a direction in their life, or they've got they left school in the 10th grade. If they have a direction, they can get to where they want to go, and you're a perfect example of that, right?
Yeah. I had the good fortune, Keith, of meeting a pretty famous guy named Jim Rohn, who personally mentored me. Often say, was it God or was it odd? In my case, I think it was God. And I got introduced to Jim Rohn. He goes, hey, look, success is just a decision. You know, he said, you can't use your past as a club. He said, you just have to move on in life, you know. He said, you're capable of doing anything anybody else has done. And he said this to me. He said, if you find, a lot of people didn't know this, Jim Rohn was one of the guys that actually built the Herbalife company. We'll all be familiar with them. He was a distributor at heart, and he said, you find the right network marketing company at the right time. He said, if you work really hard, your first 90 days like your life was hanging in the balance, he said it could set you up for the rest of your life financially, and sounded pretty peculiar to me, Keith, but hey, I didn't know any better, and I did get involved because I'd met some people at that Dallas meeting. They were making a few thousand, some more than that. That was a lot of money 41 years ago, folks. I promise you it was a lot of money. It didn't sound like it, but I think in some cases, if you're dead broke, it's still a lot of money. I was dead broke, and I took Mr. Jim Rohn's challenge, and some good things happened. I met people that, got good results from a product that I had at that time, and I wrote on a card that I'd be earning $5,000 a month in my first 90 days, my 3rd month in the business, which is a pretty lofty goal when you don't have any experience, no education, your self-image isn't very good, and you just have a tough time talking with people. But, my need and my why, honestly, was for my kids not to have to not to have to repeat the life that I had growing up. And so I mean, I had a strong why, and I wrote on that card I'd be earning $5,000 a month in my third month, and being a lofty goal, I just went for it every day, made the calls, talked to the people, got them on my product, and I'll never forget, Keith, in my third month, my income was third month check was $5,310 and some change. And I got to tell you, I wasn't rich. I felt rich. I wasn't. But that was an awful lot of money 41 years ago, and I was making more money in 3 months than my friends that had high-paying jobs. So I had the belief that, this really does work if you find the right company at the right time and you make the firm decision that you're going to be here, you're going to succeed with it. It just works out. It worked out for me, and I've never looked back. It's all that I really know how to do, and I'm not saying I'm the best at it because I'm not. I'm being interviewed by probably one of the absolute best at it. But I love working with people. I love representing good companies. And Keith, for 32 years, I hit the longest ball of my career. I mean, I made millions and millions of dollars. And being a poor boy from Oklahoma, I realized, boy, there's a life out there I never really knew existed. And for 32 of those 41 years, I just knocked it out of the park. And the last 8 years or so, I decided there really wasn't a company that I wanted to affiliate with that was really a company that I could put my full trust into, and I decided I was going to retire. Because of my success, I live in 4 different places in the world, and decided I was going to downsize my life a little bit and move back to Oklahoma. Going to sell a couple of my properties, keep a couple. I have a place on a golf course in Oklahoma. And I thought, well, I'm just going to retire. I've seen the best. I've done well. I don't need to do anything, so I'm going to go back there and where I have a home on the golf course and work on a golf game that I knew was never going to get any better. So it wasn't very fulfilling to me because I love working in this industry. I mean, I never tire of it. I never tire of hearing the stories like Joe and David and Rashawn, and we could go on and on. And I got to tell you, folks, this one is one that you really want to pay attention to, and timing is so important in a network marketing venture. But I got the call. I got the call from Gordon Morton. He asked me what I was doing. I said, Gordon, I'm just going to retire, brother. I haven't found anything. Gordon and I we go back for 3 decades plus. We've been in business together most of those 3 decades. I love him completely, trust him completely. He's just got a great marketing mind, a tremendous branding mind. He spent a lot of time developing our foundational product, Prima. And the more I heard about it, the more I got excited about it. And I went from going to retire to working harder than I've ever thought about working in all of my years of doing this and having the time of my life, Keith, because I know the timing is so important for all of us. We're all new here. We're just over 3 months old. Believe me, there's going to be people all over this world, millions of them, are going to start their day ripping open that little Prima packet and taking it probably with their breakfast like I do. It's going to happen. You can write it down and say you heard it here. It's everything that you look for. I've always said it's company first. I mean, the company isn't right. All this other doesn't matter. But the 3 things that are important to all of us is the company, the product, and the compensation plan. In each one of these categories, in my 41 years of doing this, it's never been put together better, and it's just going to get better every day. The tools we're going to have are going to get better every day. We're going to have a way of reaching out and educating people all over this world about what we have to offer with our Prima product, our Flex product. And when you have these kind of products that produce the kind of results we heard here today, yeah, listen, there's no substitute to that. It is the place to be.
The place to be. You know, Ray, you and I were talking a little bit earlier today, and, I look at it over all the years you've been in network marketing, and I've been in it for quite some time as well. There's an evolution in business, and a business is either growing or dying, but everything is evolving. And, my position regarding Oliabo is it's literally going to change the paradigm of network marketing to a greater point, I believe, than actually the iPhone did to the cell phone business. When was the last time anyone saw a BlackBerry? Or, when you go back, most of the network marketing companies that are out there, if they were a cell phone, they would be a brick phone. from back in the day. And that's really the uniqueness of what we have here. It's Gordon and Joe and Ashley and Curtis with the technology that he's bringing forward here. And it's really one of those pivotal points, I believe, in the entire industry of network marketing.
It is indeed. I got to tell a funny story, Keith. You remind me, and I knew Gordon and Joe's mother and dad extremely well. His mother, full-blood Italian. When you listen to her talk, you'd have to listen carefully or you wouldn't understand her. Back in those days, when they started their company Zango, everybody had BlackBerry phones, like you just described. But there were other phones just coming out, and they decided that Gordon decided he needed to get his mother a cell phone, and she goes, "Don't give me one of those cranberries."
Well, when we think about that, Gordon was sitting in the Apple headquarters on the day that Steve Jobs announced the iPhone and took a picture of the iPhone with his BlackBerry. And, it's an amazing thing. But, really when people dig into here, it's a combination. You've got to have the product, which we obviously have because Hippocrates was prescribing olive oil 2,500 years ago for a lot of things. You have to have the compensation plan that is there, and this is very, very unique, just like you heard from Mashawn, okay, for people to be able to do there. And then you have to have the company. So, as we were talking, that, there's literally 4 things that are for your success: the product, the compensation plan, the company, and you, the missing factor. What is missing? And the hint is go look in the mirror and have that conversation with themselves about how big a business they want to build here, Oliabo, Ray.
No question about it. It's the missing factor is always us, And I just, I learned from the best. I learned, like I said, from Mr. Jim Rohn. He goes, hey, activity is the only thing that produces results in your business. Anything less than that, you're not going to succeed to what you're capable of if you're not just giving it all you have. And I realize a lot of people have other things in their life. I'm not saying give up your life, but when most of the time these networks are built in spare time, and I'd much rather work with people that are already pretty active in life, they're aggressive, they like talking with people. And people said, who do you look for? Hey, I just look for people that impress me, people with manners that care about other people. Those are great candidates for our opportunity and certainly for our product. Folks, we got, in my opinion, the most friendly customer products that I've ever seen. Some people probably are not geared to maybe wanting to build a giant network, but they love the product so much. Anybody that I've listened to on this call, and all of them, frankly, they could get pretty evangelistic about these products. I was thinking the other day, a good customer in your business can, just not building a network here, I'm just talking green light thinking, a good customer in your business, if they simply order 1 pack of Prima per month over a year, 1 customer is worth $300 a year to you. And, you just, from that, you say, well, these products are good enough. I think over time I could probably have 30 customers, right? Or I could have 50 customers. It becomes thousands of dollars extra per year just by introducing these products to people that love it and will buy it as a customer that has no interest in building a business.
Well, thank you, Ray. Great words of wisdom. I want to introduce you to a couple of people. There's a lot of people on the call, and I apologize. I can't open it up for everybody. But some people earned that from yesterday. I want to go to my friend Walt and Deb. I'm not sure if there's some place where they can talk, but I want to go to them first and see if they're able to join us here. Walt and Debbie, are you with us?
Yes, we are.
Hey, I want to introduce you to Ray Herron. I really appreciate you guys yesterday. That was lightning in a bottle, my friends. And say hello to Ray.
Hi, Walt and Debbie. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Great. Great to talk with you.
Yeah, you got any thoughts, any questions for Ray my friends?
I think we're good.
Well, I know you're good. I've known you for a while. Yeah, I know you're good. I'm not so sure about Walt, but I know you're good, Deb.
He may have a question. I don't.
Ray, I'm really amazed of your background and your story, which is really awesome. And what's neat is that's what happens when you really believe.
Amen, brother. Thank you for saying that. You know, I am a believer, and I also am a believer in this company and its products, and a believer in you, for sure.
Thank you. We are believers.
Yeah, Walt, you were lightning in a bottle yesterday, my friend. That was really, really great. Let me go up to Dinuba. I'll get it right this time. Let me go to my friend Dennis Tatum. Dennis, are you there, my friend?
I'm here, Keith.
All right, say hello to Ray.
Hi, Ray. It's
Hi,
great.
Dennis, how are you?
I loved your life stories. Very inspirational, and I've been in this business a short time, but I've known Keith for 26 years, and I consider him a good friend. And I've also got to meet the Mortons in 2006 at a Zango convention, and gotten to visit with them since then. And I have such confidence in this business. The products I'm getting amazing results from, the Flex and the Prima both, and I'm very, very excited. I've never seen anything like this before, and I'm grateful to Keith and my friend Ken Naboli also for bringing me into this. And I'm just having fun with it. And there's such need out there. But what's exciting for me is that I got my needs met over a short time. Within just a few days, I had dramatic improvement, which I've never experienced in my life. And to get in for nothing, to get a site for nothing, not have to buy a product. For people who say, well, I just don't have any money. Well, you don't have to have any money. Just get in and help some folks, and before long, you'll have enough money to buy your products. So I'm loving it, and once again, I really treasure your stories, and they mean a lot to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis, so much. You know, you said a key word there, fun. Network marketing can be a lot of fun. I'm reminded they're not in this particular business with me. They're long retired now in Texas. Their mom and dad has passed away, but the children, they live on a 100-acre family compound, I'd call it, with about 4 brand new homes. You know, these were people that were really struggling way back. They got in my very first business, and they earned enough money they could buy 100 acres of land and built them all a beautiful brand new home. I mean, that's fun. Dennis, that's fun when you can point to stories like that. And, you know, I've just seen so many wonderful things happening to people here. I was also thinking while Keith was talking, you know, this industry, Keith, you would know it. It goes back to 1934. You were involved then. And
I mean, I'm going to have to mute you. You keep that up. Yeah, you were my sponsor.
I would have been happy to have been your sponsor, but you know, often people say, well, these networks, that doesn't work. Well, they just haven't been with the right company. That's all. It works extremely well then. It works extremely well today. The key is finding that right company with the right products that'll respect you and treat you well. If I didn't believe if I thought for 1 minute that this, I mean, it, you know, being a bookend of my career, I have no interest in working with a company that disrespects their distributors, doesn't pay them properly, doesn't care about them, and there's plenty of those out there. I've interviewed a few of them. I did a Zoom call with another guy who owned a network marketing company right before I decided to retire, and, you know, he made the comment that network marketing would be a great business if it wasn't for its distributors. Can you imagine? An owner trying to recruit me into his company, make a statement like that. I told him I have a real issue with most network marketing company owners, and they all kind of look like you, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, I want to go to one more guy. I want to go down to back over on the coast to my surfer boy, to Matthew. And Matthew, how are you today? I want to introduce you to Ray.
Hey, I'm alive, man, and I'm appreciative. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
Hey, say, Ray, I have been listening to you now ever since I, got on the Zoom calls, and you know what, and I just have to thank Keith, and I just thank God most of all. This is a divine appointment for me, and I'm sure, and I've heard you say that, and I just appreciate you, and it's like, and you just basically just said it all there, just a minute ago. But this is kind of be like the easiest, and Keith always refers to me my surfer boy, right? It's like I could go out there and ride a wave and build this thing while I'm talking to people going by him, throw them a bottle of olive oil, right?
Exactly.
It's like, who doesn't like olive oil? And I just have to say, basically, I mean, when Keith told me about this, and I just was like, Lord, why am I so interested in? And not that I'm Italian, right?
Right.
And then when I saw how easy it was to it's like the easiest thing I've ever talked about. And, and being in this industry, pardon me?
Yeah, that's a great thing. Matthew, when I first had my first conversation with Gordon, I'm probably like you. It's like, I was kind of drawn to this because I think I'm like most everybody. We all have known, or we've at least heard that extra virgin olive oil is good for us, right? And when I started digging into the science on extra virgin olive oil, not Prima, but on extra virgin olive oil, I thought, wow, how could we have missed this, And I think they've done a great job of taking the Mediterranean diet. Dr. Jerry does a great job. I'm sure you guys have attended his noon and his noon call plus his Zoom that he does once a week. He does such a great job, and they have put together a proprietary formula that captures pretty much, in my opinion, the Blue Zone Mediterranean diet in a convenient little package that we can just take 4 capsules every day and know that we're doing the very best thing we can do to hopefully have the best health that's attainable to us, So I love the idea of it right from the start, and you're right, Matthew. It's easy to talk to someone about olive oil. This comes with a caution. I tell people, yes, we do have our own olive oil. It's got a seal around it. It's with a company that I trust, I believe in. So I know it's a little small can. Let's all agree. It's not a big one. And if you look at it, it looks like, well, that's a little pricey for a small can. But let me tell you, when you've got the very best that you can get of extra virgin olive oil in a culinary type product, I'm happy that we have it. I'm happy. But I see this often, we're just having a discussion here. I see it often with people. You don't want to get into an olive oil discussion with people necessarily, because our foundational product is Prima, and we need to concentrate on that and let people know what we have. Yes, we do have a wonderful olive oil that we trust. We trust the purity of it. We trust the source. So for me, that's real important. So I want to eventually, as soon as I can, get around to the discussion of Prima and how we've not only harnessed that extra virgin high phenolic, which is a big difference, olive oil, and we've got this convenient little package that's the greatest thing in the world. Take it once a day, and
that's where Ashley explained that great. You did a great job of that when we had her on and went through that uniqueness of it. So, Matthew, anything else you want to say here? And then I want to go over to Bashan real quick.
No, other than just that, that, and speaking of the Prima, and just the fact that it's 2 months on this product. It's just, if you knew my everything, it's happened to me. But it's just like the reality of it is, it's just. It's just a godsend, and, one of the things that I would ask, for the, because I know there's a lot of people that have been in ministry on this call, Ray, and some people haven't, okay? And one of the things that, we always talk about is easy peasy, just duplication, right?
Yes.
And And how to duplicate that in your business and how you bring somebody in the business is exactly what they remember when you bring them in, right? And if you could go through that really rapid fire for the new person, it would be awesome.
Yes. Well, now this is an aggressive way to build, and I'll say that right up front with people. If it's money that you're looking for, I know Mershawn's going to come up here. Do you want to do that first, and then I'll go into that?
Sure.
Keith?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So I know we got Mershawn here because she's pretty excited about the business side. Mershawn, let me introduce you to Ray. Probably can't get out.
I'm here. Hey, Ray. First time I got to hear about you.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
I think, there's amazing.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No, did you have a comment? We've got a little bit of a phone delay here.
I think my comment is I don't think people understand about the opportunity that when you don't have to buy a product. I spoke upon that earlier in the call.
Yes.
But I don't know. You brought skills into this industry that I've been in this industry, how long, Kate? 25 years? I'm 44, and 25 years. I mean, I've never seen something so amazing.
You're right. I agree with you, dear. I want to say this about money right up front, folks. I say it often. Money's probably the least of all values in life when you think about it. But I can tell you this, having lived that life, is that if there's people you love and you care about and you don't have enough money, it's about all that you can think of day and night. It occupies that gray matter up there about all the time you're not sleeping and most of the time while you are sleeping. So, I look at money as just a tool. I mean, look, I've lived life poor and I've lived it rich, and I know that rich is better because it gives you options. And so Jim Rohn taught me this. He said, if you can paint the promise, people will pay the price. And so this is just my attempt at painting the promise so you kind of know where I'm going. I don't always lead with this, but when I have somebody like the audience here today, I talk about it's a business model. Think of it as a business model, your Oliabo business. And you get compensated by building a network. So that being true, you don't want to leave any money on the table. You want to qualify for all the money you're entitled to be paid. So with this comp plan, it encourages you, and in fact you have to if you want to maximize the comp plan, to be on 200 qualifying volume points per month. And so I tell people, I want you to look at this. You're not going to spend this kind of money, but I want you to budget for it and understand my business model. My business model is it mirrors what Gordon says. It's me and three. So it's you and three people. Just keep that in mind. And to maximize this, you need to be on a 200 qualifying volume points. I said, so that's a budget. Look at it like, well, I don't know of a car payment you can get for $200 a month, but we'll imagine that you can. Just look at it as a budget, and it's not an investment. I mean, you're investing your time, but look at it as, okay, I've got a business that I own, that I can build my future with. I don't have to inventory any product. The company does all that for me. I don't have to ship it. The company does that for it. The company has the computers that takes care of my business completely and always pays me directly into my bank account, however I choose to be paid. They do everything for me, and I don't know of a single business in the United States of America that could produce what this can produce for you for as little as $200 a month. So I tell people, just green light thinking here with me. You may can find three right away. Maybe it takes you a year, but find three people who understand, okay, we're in business together. You're my three, and I've got a great relationship with you, and I tell people to concentrate on this. And I often ask people to make that list. We've heard that in our entire career, but most people are a little reluctant to make that list, but I encourage you to do it. Make it about 25 to 50 strong. And these are people that believe you, they like you, and trust you. And we may not have hundreds of those, but we got 25 to 50 people that believe us, like us, and trust us. And we get them some information. You decide what's best. Keith is a great place, or Herron, to give you an idea of where to start with these three people. But like I said, I look at it as a business model, 3 and me. So I've got 3 people that are doing $200 a month in qualifying volume. That's 2 Primas. They've probably got a significant other that needs the product, so that's not a real issue. It could be a little bit financially for you in the beginning, but most people, if they look at it properly, they can afford that. So, and we build a duplication model. Everybody gets 3. Who gets 2? 2 what? In my case, 2 Primas. 1 Prima, 2 Flex, whatever that happens to be. 2, whatever you can do for 200 qualifying volume. As a group, we almost take a pinky oath, if you will. This is my group. You're my 3. You're going to find your 3, and I'm going to help you, and we all get 3. If you multiply the numbers, 3, who get 3 is 9, who get 3 is 27, who get 3 is 81, who gets 3 is 243, who gets 3, it's 729. I've only carried that down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels or so. The company pays 8 levels. But when you do that, and you just count the volume in your business, everybody's doing the same thing. Nobody has a doubt about what is their role in our relationship. Well, we all do 200 qualifying volume, and we talk to other people, getting them to do the same thing, gathering up customers along the way. Folks, I won't get carried away with the numbers or anything, but that alone right there will produce, a good 60,000 extra a year or more. And I promise you that changes most people's lives. Maybe it's not getting wealthy, but you add it to what you already have coming in, and I promise you, it's how you get going. Find 3 people who understands just how big this organization could be with everybody just finding 3. And I think we all can find 3. We just have to find 3 who believe in this as much as we do, and we work closely together. My goodness, you got a great upline in Herron and Keith, and I'm always here to help in any way I can. And believe me, folks, understand me clearly. I have a lot of private conversations with Gordon, and these guys do as well, not just me. There's some tools coming our way that, frankly, you're just going to go, I just can't believe how easier they're making this, how much easier they're making it. I mean, most of you heard, we're going to find out on 3/11 some unique things here at this company. I love the idea of Own Your Own Life, a card that doesn't have anything on it. It's a beautiful card. It's the kind you can't take your eyes off of. You got to look at it. Somebody hands it to you. If I said to Keith, I don't know what you're doing. But you got just the kind of personality I'm looking for. I think if you took a look at what I'm doing, you might have some interest. When you get home, scan that QR code on that card and take a look. I've listened to that 3.5-minute message delivered by Gordon Morton. I'll tell you what, folks, you'll have to listen to it again and again. It's very impressive, and it's going to cause an awful lot of interest. So we got a lot of tools coming our way that's going to help us grow. And, not near as cumbersome as me trying to explain it to you. But our whole goal is to find 3 who do 2. 2 what? 200 in volume. 3 who do 2. And we get people all thinking the same way. It's amazing. It's like that triple braided cord. It's very strong. And as people begin to duplicate like that, you're going to be amazed at how they look up and like Marshawn, all of a sudden they've got a check, the company sends them a message, you got paid. It makes a huge difference. So I hope that helps.
Well, thank you, Ray. We appreciate it. And for those of you that are listening on the recording of this, that we're going to get out on YouTube and other places, you should have been here, because we're going to go ahead and continue as I open up the line here, but it won't be in the recording. So you want to join us on these calls. So I want to go...
Can I say one quick thing? Since this is being recorded, it's important that I issue a disclaimer. I don't guarantee any kind of income claims, neither does the company. I only talk about possibilities, and I can talk about those pretty intelligently because I've lived it for 41 years, and I kind of know how it works. So it's just my opinion.
There you go. Thank you, Ray, for being here with us. Let me go back up to Herron real quick. I don't know if he's anywhere that can talk and can join us there real quick. Herron, are you there?
Yep, I am.
So pretty good call today, right?
Yep, very good. Thank you, Ray, for being here. And I'm gonna go back, Ray, and listen to this. I'm gonna write down, make a whole bunch of notes.
Well, you know, I'm glad you're finally training him, Ray. I mean, like I said, my executive assistant there, you know, Herron. And this is what everybody needs to understand. These guys work for us. For them to be successful, we need to be successful. For us to be successful, they're going to do whatever they need to do to help us. So it's great to have Herron and Ray, and we you know, the fun part about this, we can actually tease each other and have some fun at this, Ray.
Well, we can, and we do often. By the way, Matthew, if you don't know, you know, Herron is a tremendous surfer himself. I mean, with AI, he's surfing. He does all kinds of things.
Well, let me go to David Christ. Let me go to David Christ because he earned a moment here as well. David, are you with us there in the Hill Country?
Yeah, you bet.
So, did you enjoy today?
Absolutely. This is another bolt of lightning.
Okay, lightning in a jar. Yep, it struck. Let me go to my friend Ed Lacey in Chowchilla. Ed, are you there? See, he may not be. Okay, well, I'm going to go.
As usual, Keith, I've got background noise. And I'm just sucking it in, soaking it all in. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to go through here and open everybody up. And if you want to try not, wait a minute, computer did what to me? I clicked on the wrong button and it took you guys away. But if you have something to say or a comment, that would be great.
Hey, it's Michonne again. I'm going to chime in real quick. You know what? Don't recreate the wheel. It's already been there for us. Just take the tools and run.
Yep.
Too many people, when they come to network marketing, they overthink it and they want to recreate the wheel.
Absolutely.
Well said.
All right. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yep. Yep. You guys need to use us as leverage with the people you know.
Yes, absolutely. Here's what I want you guys to understand. Herron is way overpaid and way underworked.
That's right. Yep.
You've been around too long, Herron.
I'm going fishing.
He's way overpaid and way underworked, but we're gonna put a change to that. All right. Anyone else? Okay, it was your chance. Well, once again, Ray, thank you so much for being here. Herron, thank you for putting everything together to make this possible, to make it happen, and we really appreciate all of you that are here with us. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.
Thanks for your participation.
Thank you.